G'day everybody and welcome to the House of Mario, the South Australian Nintendo podcast that is backed by a 120 Power Star rating. I'm your host Drew Agnew and the doors to episode 365 are open. Very excited today as I'm talking to my good friend Josh, or JT if you like. Josh, how you going, mate?
Not too bad. Hello, everyone. Dealing with the wet weather, the cold down here in Adelaide, Australia. Lots of rain, lots of wind. Been inside a bit, but I haven't been playing too much, actually. So can't report too much on that aspect, at least.
Winter has truly set in. Winter is here. My gosh.
Game of Thrones is right. We're here now.
Oh, yes. I don't know, Josh, I used to love the winter time. It used to be my favourite season. Especially, June. It's my birthday month. There used to be something real cozy about it. But now, winter time, the last few years, I've just been dreading it. Just not a fan of it. I get home, get the kids to bed, and around 8:30, I am truly, well and truly ready for bed.
Oh, same.
Yes.
I feel the cold more. I still love winter, but I just feel it more. So I just got to rug up and make sure I'm good to go.
Yeah, we're saying that as in our early 30s. What's it going to be like early 40s, Josh? God forbid we're still yakking into a microphone to each other in 10 years' time. What are we going to be saying then? We're going to be on our deathbeds at this rate, just with how much it's gone downhill.
We just won't record. We'll have to migrate north or something like they all do to Queensland and record there or something.
That's a good idea. It's not a bad idea. I think Chantel would be all about that. She's always hated the cold, and I've always liked it. Even it was only like in May where I stopped wearing shorts. Like I don't need to wear these shorts anymore. I've gotten used to wearing pants again, and usually it takes me a few months into the hot season as well to stop wearing pants. I'm a bit slow, Josh, but that's all right. I'm a bit slow to adapt. I wouldn't be very good. I wouldn't be a species that would survive the comet or something like that.
Yeah, probably the same.
Yeah.
Same for me.
Oh well, it is what it is. That's why we're here talking to each other. We're just similar minds. But yeah, how'd your weekend go? How'd your footy go and all that?
Yeah, no, pretty good, pretty standard. It's just this time of year, lots going on. Caught up with some friends Saturday night. One of my mates had a new shed built, so I got to inspect that and
shed party.
Yeah, it was a shed party. I had my game the day after, so I didn't really do much drinking or anything. But cool just to hang out with everyone. It just doesn't happen this much these days. I suppose it's just harder as you get a bit older.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you just need to build a shed and have a shed party. That's what you need to do. Get the car out.
Yeah, he's got a Formula Ford in there. He's got a Mini from 1977. He's a bit of a car fanatic, so he's got some cool things in there.
Yeah, cool. So it won't be long till he's got no room to have parties. So yeah, make the most of it while it's all good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have any shed parties, but what do? We had a game of soccer. We played one of the better sides in the league, and we didn't lose by 20 goals, Josh. So that was nice. We only lost by 6.
That's good.
Lost by 6. So
okay. Well, that's the start.
That's an improvement.
Okay, good. Good from that.
Yeah. I am frustrated though. I just want to share my frustration here on my podcast, but just the ref, Josh. I know you're an umpire, so I'm not gonna talk too badly. I know you're a footy umpire, but man, this ref, his decisions were fine, but just man, he basically we needed some balls pumped up, and I don't know if he was asking anybody, and I guess nobody was pumped him up. So he's like, "Oh, that's why this club's a fucking joke." I'm like, really? After everything our club's been through this year, I'm like, you really don't need that from the officials.
No, that's right.
Over something so trivial, and it's just so unprofessional. I was just so frustrated by it.
Especially for an umpire as well. That's you don't want to show that kind of bias or anything like that.
So I said to him,
good.
Yeah, I said to him, mate, we don't need that. He's like, oh well, they don't help themselves. But I mean, at least try and hide your bias a little bit. I get it.
For sure.
It's country football, but Jesus Christ, like you're getting paid for it. Like none of us are, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Frustrating,
Yeah.
nevertheless. Yeah, it's frustrating how
Yes, I
like
bet.
it. Yeah, it's frustrating how these things like I don't know. It's just sport. I don't want why. Why is there so much drama? Just in this
Yeah,
like,
it's not
oh
bad. It's not that hard. Just get someone to get something to inflate them, and it will sort itself out, won't it?
yeah. Yes. So yeah, no, I had fun nevertheless though, and my ankle's coming better. Had a real sore ankle like the last few games, so it's getting better. We've got a bye coming up, so I'll be able to rest it a little bit more, and yeah, maybe
Good.
play some games next weekend. No,
Oh, yeah. Get a
probably,
goal, Drew. Get a goal.
yeah, maybe. Who knows? I don't know how many
Yes.
goals I've gotten in my whole soccer career. It'd be like 5, maybe. uh,
That's still pretty good. Still pretty
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah. Could be worse. Yeah. I'm not a forward though, so it's not my role. But anyway, yeah, sport talk for the weekend. But
Yeah, definitely Nintendo.
definitely Nintendo. I thought we would just bring this up at the top of the show though. Just see what you think and what I know you're not necessarily a big fan of the series, but let's talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 being announced for Switch 2. It's coming out the same day as all the other consoles on October 23rd. And we knew this was coming because Microsoft signed some agreements with Nintendo in order to get the Activision merger through initially, 10-year deal. So we knew it was coming eventually. It's just when that was going to start. And it seems like it's going to be starting this year with Modern Warfare 4. And it's exciting, I think. Just I am very curious to see what this series looks like running on a portable console and how it holds up. It's coming with like cross play and all of that too, so be able to play with everybody else and feature complete as well. So I don't know. I'm pretty happy just with it on paper. But yeah, what do you think about this? I know you're not a Call of Duty fan necessarily, but yeah, what do you think about it just as far as the overall picture?
Um, yeah, they said they're going to do it. I think sometimes these things don't happen, even though they say they would. So I was kind of a little like, oh, they're still going to do it. So it was great to get that confirmation that was the case. So um, this is like since Ghosts on Wii U, I think the last time a Call
Mm.
of Duty game's been on a Nintendo system. So that's huge, and I think you know, I don't think it's as big as it used to be, Call of Duty, but it definitely brings a certain type of player to the system, and I think provided that I don't, did they didn't announce a release. Is it all coming on the same day, including the Switch
Yeah,
2 edition?
yep,
Is
yep.
that
So
yeah?
October
So that's
23rd.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's amazing, and I think we've mentioned it on the show before, but like our publishers are able to get these games more and more frequently same day Switch 2 version as the others, so the gap isn't as big as it used to be, and they're able to work it out. So I think that's awesome. So you know, waiting with bated breath a little to see if it's any good on the Switch 2, because yeah, that's the other thing. It might, just because it's their day one doesn't mean it's good, but I've got a lot of faith that, we've seen a lot of good stuff from third parties on the Switch 2 in the last year. So let's hope it continues. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, from what I understand, I think the studio behind like Call of Duty Mobile is porting it over. So yeah, a lot of it will be up to just how they can optimize it for Switch 2. But yeah, as
Yep.
long as they keep it at 60 FPS, because that's been like a staple of the series, even on like PS3 and Xbox 360, it's always been 60 frames. And I feel like that's a lot of the reason why it just feels so fluid and fast. So I think that's important to carry over the Switch 2
Sure.
and not take like a hit on that. But yeah, as far as that goes, I'll be curious to see how it goes. I'll wait for reviews because like the last Call of Duty game was pretty abysmal. Like the campaign was just this hodgepodge of multiplayer battles put together, and it was just really recycled Black Ops 6 just for the next year. Like I don't think that'd be the same situation here. This is Infinity Ward, so another studio, Activision. So yeah, I'll be just keen to see how it goes.
Cool.
I'll pick up a key card for cheap potentially if it's cheap enough. But I think the bigger picture just for Switch is just like, yeah, what type of player um will this, I guess, affect any purchases of Switch too? Because like you can have a PlayStation or an Xbox or your PC, but you might want a on the go version. And the only way you can have this on the go is like with a Windows PC, well, Windows handheld PC. You can't play Call of Duty on Steam Deck or Steam OS, so that sort of gets rid of that segment of the audience. So yeah, it might open up to like people like might go, oh well, I can get Call of Duty, I can get this game, and then also get the Nintendo exclusives. It just sort of broadens the picture for like the mainstream, player for yeah, who want to pick up a Switch too. So I'm kind of interested to see how that all goes too.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, Call of Duty coming to Switch too. Some other sort of rumors, which I just wanted to bring up. I think Josh is a fan of these games too, but been sort of rumored for re-releases and remakes of Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends. And these games are probably my favorite 2D platformers of all time. And I know that's a big thing to say because, like, obviously there's so many good Mario games, but yeah, I truly, absolutely loved these games. I think they're just absolutely gorgeous with their hand-drawn art style. And Rayman Legends, which at the time was going to be a Wii U exclusive, it did get delayed and it became a multi-platform game, but that is truly like an exceptional 2D platformer. And it's apparently getting a re-release called Rayman Legends Retold. And it seems like this is going to be announced at the PlayStation State of Play, which is happening in 2 days from now. And so we'll see very soon whether this is going to be true or not. But apparently it's going to be, I guess, redone in 2D, like 2.5 like graphics. And there's going to be some 3D sections as well. And obviously without seeing it, just hearing that, I'm like, I feel a little bit unsure about that because it's just such a beautiful game. You really don't have to do anything to it. Maybe, yeah, make it 4K. That's kind of all you need to do to it, really. I think Rayman Legends, the re-releases, Rayman Origins, that's going to be a 4K re-release. And, a couple of other quality of life features have been added to that game, like an easy mode and different visual changes, because that game got leaked on the Xbox store. So I think that seems like a good idea for a re-release. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how much they actually change Rayman Origins, because if they're redoing like the graphics, that's like one of the best parts about the game. So a little bit unsure of it, but yeah, we'll have our answer in a couple of days. And I hope these games are coming to Switch too. I'll be frustrated if they're not, because Rayman Origins, it's not on Switch at all. So it'd be cool to get that game. But yeah, Josh, just hearing this, does this excite you? Would you like to play it? What was your initial thoughts of like those Rayman platformers? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I haven't played Origins, but I did play Legends, and that was on PlayStation Plus for a month or so. So I got to access, or it was in the catalog. So I got to access it through that and played it for about 5 hours, I reckon, and really enjoyed it. And I sort of just didn't pick it up for other things after that, but it was really fun, and I can definitely see what you mean by saying like how top quality of a platformer it is. So yeah, like any sort of thing to get that game out again with a fresh coat of paint, better visuals and performance. Why not? Because it's a bit of a classic. So yeah, I'd totally be down to sort of see that again in some shape or form.
It is a little bit of I've wanted them to do more Rayman games since this game. It's just stopped. Like Ubisoft, they stopped doing Rayman. They stopped doing Splinter Cell. It's just all been like Assassin's Creed. We know the route Ubisoft's gone down in the last 8 years. Like it's been a little bit sad, and obviously like their major restructuring and basically being purchased by the Saudis and all of this. It's a very different Ubisoft, but we'll see if this sort of spurs on some future Rayman games, because yeah, I could play a Rayman platformer every year. This is the type of game you can keep giving me and I won't get sick of it for a little while anyway. I could just line up for one of these every couple of years, especially. I think that'd be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I guess resell me the same thing. I guess that's the next best thing.
Well, yep. Made the game you love in a slightly better way. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, because what have I got? I originally played Rayman Origins on 360. That's where I bought it, and then I played it on Vita a lot because I was going for the platinum trophy. But it's really hard because there was like some online multiplayer stuff which kind of ruined the trophy list on PlayStation, so that kind of sucked. And then I've got it. Where else I get it? Might be on Steam or something like that. But yeah, then Legends I basically bought on everything. I've got it on Steam. I've got it on every platform I got. But initially played it on Wii U, and the Wii U had like the gamepad features where you could play as was it Barbara? No, Barbara's the other character. I forgot the was it Murphy? Yeah, Murphy's little furry character. You can like control like you can cut the rope and like sort of like change different aspects of like the level, sort of help Rayman out on the bottom screen. And that was going to be like a major part of the gameplay, and it sort of got stripped back a bit when it came to all the other platforms. It became just like a bit of a button press on the other platforms. Don't need the second screen. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see what this is all about. One of my favorite games of all time. This was like Rayman Legends is honestly like a top 10 favorite game of mine. So fingers crossed they do it justice. Because if they just make it 3D and they just take away like just the absolutely drop dead gorgeous art style that it's got going, it's like, oh, I don't know. I don't see the point. But yeah, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. We talked about this just a bit before the show, but this is definitely the time to strike on Switch 2, Josh. I was at Big W on the weekend. I was hoping to pick up James Bond, like 007 First Light. And they didn't have any physical copies, Josh. They only got 5 in the shop, which was frustrating. I'm like, no, well, is what it is. But also noticed that they're going to be having their toy sale on the 9th. So this is for the Australian listeners out here. But definitely the time to strike, because during the toy sale, you can get a Nintendo Switch 2 for $629. So that's a $67 saving, and that's going to be basically double the savings, when this Switch 2 price increase happens later on this year on September 1st. So yeah, anybody out there like Jamie, you need to pick up a Switch 2, go and get it. Sam Hay, I don't know if you feel like dropping some bucks for the kids, getting that second Switch 2 for the kids.
It's time.
Yeah, now is the time. Josh, if you want to scalp it, you want to be one of those scumbags, go and get one. Sell it for make a bit of money in a few months.
Wouldn't even dare.
No, it's probably not worth the effort. Like, I made $70. I only had to put down $630 and wait on it for a little bit.
That's right. Yeah, not worth it.
Nah, not quite.
I'm surprised they're doing this, Drew. It's going to drag a lot of people in more because really, people, if they're savvy enough, they should know that this price increase is coming. They've got a couple of months to save as well. So, like, by late August, because the price increase or something, So this is just, people would be already looking and they see this. This is going to be hot. This will be quick. So I would, if you're thinking about doing it during this period, get onto it straight away, because I think it will not last long.
Yeah, I think people in the know, especially that the price increase is coming. Certainly it will be pretty hot to get in there and get
100%.
amongst it. But games are going to be on sale a little bit as well. Nothing too crazy. It's only like a $4 saving, but it is a $4 saving from the already cheaper price at Big W. So you can get like Donkey Kong and Kirby Air Riders, Metroid Prime 4, the big hitters essentially from $85. So not too bad if you want to pick up a couple of games as well. So yeah, pretty cool. Like just talking about price increases, Josh, did you catch the Steam Deck price increase across the board? Yeah, so the Steam Deck, it went up by the terabyte model, so like I guess the most expensive model you can get, it went up by $400.
It's a lot.
So yeah, I think when you look at some of these PC handhelds that have gone up in price, like my beloved Legion Go 2 here, like those went up by hundreds of dollars. It goes to show that like Nintendo has quite heavily subsidized, even though it is a decent price raise. What is it? Is it $70? It went up here by, like, it's not nothing, but yeah, it's certainly not the extremes of what some of these other companies seem to be jacking their prices up by. And yeah, it, it's honestly it makes a good, I guess it makes a good case for the Switch too, because it's like you look at something like the Steam Deck, what is it, $1,400 for a terabyte model here now, and I don't know what the other one is, but it's kind of like just with the type of games that each one can play. Like you might look at the Steam Deck, and the only reason I could probably recommend a Steam Deck is like you already have hundreds of games on your Steam account, and you've got your save files you want to continue on the go. It's like, well, I guess suck up the cash and get that. But yeah, just a recommendation, like paying twice the price for a Steam Deck over a Switch 2 is like, oh no, like I couldn't. Somebody who has both, I could not suggest that at all.
Not,
Yeah,
not worth it for me. Yep, and I don't know about many others. It sounds like not you as well.
yeah, no, yeah, and like I am in a position where I've got hundreds of Switch games, so I might be in the opposite position to some people who have hundreds of Steam games. But yeah, it's when I saw that, I'm like, what? Jesus Christ! Because in the States, it went up by 40%. 40%.
Yeah, it's just a huge increase, isn't it?
Yeah, 30% here, but we were probably already paying Australia prices as well. So.
Yep, that's right.
Oh man. Speaking of frustrations, this is something that frustrated me a little bit. There was a Dragon Quest direct over the last week. It only went for 10 minutes. I haven't watched it, but I caught some of the things out of it. One thing I was hoping for was just a Dragon Quest 11S upgrade for Switch 2. I already have Dragon Quest 11 on Switch, so I'm like, I'd like to play it with a little bit more fidelity. You know, I that's all I want. But apparently I can't do that. I've got to go and buy the whole game again for $55. So yes, a Switch 2 version of Dragon Quest 11 is going to be coming on September 24th this year, and you've got to buy the whole game again, and your save doesn't transfer over. So I do wonder, just from Square Enix's perspective, like, what are they better doing? Like, are more people at this point, this many years on from Dragon Quest 11 coming out, are they going to sell more copies just like, oh, the Switch 2 version here, and so many new people are going to be like, oh, yes, fantastic. Or are they better off just getting $10 from, you know, the hundreds of thousands of people that be like, oh, okay, I wouldn't mind a Switch 2 version. I wouldn't mind 1440p or 4K or whatever on my TV. I do wonder from that perspective, because this to me, just like, I'm not buying the whole game again, and especially when it's like a digital copy like what I have. Am I going to look at my game library and just see like Dragon Quest twice, Dragon Quest 11 twice in my game library, just in my like game key card section of the menu? So it just becomes a total waste too. So yeah, that's frustrating. Don't know what the go is there.
Yep. I don't like it. There's a reason I haven't downloaded the Balatro Switch 2 update, and it's for that same reason. I don't want, I want the upgrade thing to be seamless, to carry things over. I don't want to restart stuff or buy a new game or anything like that. So, don't like it.
I didn't even know there was a Balatro Switch 2 edition out. Yeah. So
there is. It doesn't carry over your progress.
It doesn't. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's awful.
I'm not going to download it. I'm kind of scared I'm going to accidentally forget about it and download it one day, and then I'm going to forget I'm going to lose all my information, which would be horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, especially like for that game too. Like, I can't imagine you would like just boot up the Switch 2 and be like, oh, now this is the experience I was missing.
That was the other thing. Like, I don't think it makes a difference at all, like performance-wise. I'm not really going to notice it. The save data is what's the important bit for me, and you haven't offered that. So
yeah,
makes no sense.
Yeah, and that's where like the Switch 2, like the boost mode really kicks into, because like you're probably already playing that in handheld at 1080p, because like the boost mode kicks in and it'll do that for you. Whereas like you do the Switch 2 upgrade and it'll probably just give you 1080p in handheld mode. Like that's probably what it does for the most part. So
yeah, that's right.
You won't be missing out on anything. Speaking of Dragon Quest, we got sort of new information on Dragon Quest 12. Development's been restarted, and it's now called what's it called? No. Oh no, where's my article? What is it called? Anyway, Oh, Dragon Quest 12 Beyond Dreams. So got an update on that, got some screenshots, all that type of thing. Yeah, I'm not a Dragon Quest expert, but I thought it was just interesting because this game got announced a long time ago just as a splash screen. And it was originally called The Flames of Fate. And that's a pretty cool name. And it kind of gave off a more mature sort of, you know, vibe as far as it all went. But seems like that sort of shifted back to the more traditional look of Dragon Quest, which is quite cool. But this is also one of these things that's going to be that far off because since development has been restarted, so it's kind of like, well, when you show up with a release date, maybe a few months out, I'll be interested then. But yeah, it's a long way from now, and I'm sure they'll want to re-release the game on Switch 3 for full price. So yes. Anyway,
Yeah, it's it sucks when it happens, but it's good when they do it and for the right reasons. Metroid Prime, I think of that because that might have been really bad, and instead it was okay. So, so there you go.
so there you
I
go.
hope it's good. I hope it's good and worth the wait.
Fingers crossed. This might be one you're excited about, Josh. Donkey Kong 64 comes to Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pass. So yeah, this is one people have been waiting for a long time, including myself. I bought Donkey Kong 64 at the Adelaide Toy Fair a couple of years ago, Josh, when we went together. I bought it knowing that I don't have an expansion pass to put in. Well, it's not an expansion pass, expansion pack to put in my 64, so I couldn't play it anyway. But I bought it, nice yellow cartridge. But now I can just jump onto Switch Online and play it there. Do you have any interest in jumping into this? Because I've never jumped into it. I've never played it properly anyway. I've done like the first level and stuff, but yeah, I've never like played it through. And it's always been one of those things where you get put off a little bit. You hear about how much of a collectathon it is, and I don't know how much I can invest in something like that now, but I'll be interested for sure, especially now it's nice and accessible on Switch Online.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. This is like one of the games I really wanted to like try on NSO for 64, and
Hell yeah.
because we had Bonanza last year, so I knew kind of like, oh, will they release it with this? But then I thought maybe they won't, and so this feels like they waited like nearly a year later, and now they'll do it kind of thing. So, no, like as a kid, we borrowed this game, but we weren't allowed to start any new saves. So I'd had to go into existing save files for this game. So I never properly played it. I just kind of moved around, and I don't really know what I did. So I never properly played it. So this is my I get to properly play it this Wednesday, the 4th or something. So maybe Thursday. Probably get to like go around, collect everything. Michaela is huge on collectathons, so I think, and she's kind of in between games at the moment. So this might be if she's feeling it. She loves Banjo Kazooie, so like similar vibe, but just ultra collectathon. She might get into this as well. So, the 64 controllers, I'll start charging them up over the next couple of days, ready for Thursday.
Sounds good. You said 64 controllers. You got a couple.
We do actually. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the dream. Having two Nintendo Switch Online
it's a
controllers.
multiplayer machine, the 64. I had to get a couple at least.
Yeah. I mean, I could only dream, Josh. They do the nice, colourful Nintendo 64 controllers, and they release them. Then I'd buy a couple more. I'd be an absolute sucker for some of those fantastic controllers to be released. Yep. But not the case. Not the case. I keep on eyeing off those 8-bit dough Nintendo 64 controllers. Like I really want one. Like it's just like a more modern controller, but it is still the 64 layout with the C buttons and like no second stick. So I'm eyeing off them. They got them in the cool colors. They got all the fantastic colors. I'm like, I'm really eyeing off this blue one. I'm like, It looks awesome. But also there's a little bit of work involved in it because they don't have the colorful buttons on those controllers, but they do sell like the traditional colored buttons. So you could order the colored buttons and put them in and make it like the most beautiful looking 64 controller you've ever seen. But it involves a bit of work and a bit of extra money.
Yes.
And I look at it. I'm on my phone. I'm like, nice. I don't order it. There's a little bit of control there, Josh. Just a little bit.
Just a
Just
little.
a little bit. Would a
You'll get it
sale?
eventually, I feel like.
Yeah. Would a sale push me over? It might. So 8-bit dough.
Probably.
Put down those prices for a nice little June sale. You might have an extra
Yep.
purchaser. Who knows? Who
There you
knows?
go. Yep. No, they're cool. The colors are great. One of the best things about the 64 for sure.
Yeah, those colors, man. Yeah, the
Yep.
GameCube. Oh man, I just love.
Yep. Just that
Yeah,
generation. Yeah.
yeah. Switch 2, bring it back. Give me colors for the Pro controllers, but they're a bit
Yeah,
too.
that's right.
But I mentioned this before. Just like maybe it's a good thing. They're too expensive now. Don't do good. Don't make fun colors. Don't make me buy more controllers. Like, yeah, what is $130 for a controller? Fucking Christ.
Yep, it can be. Yep, a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe not. Keep making these Resident Evil and controllers. We were like, nah, we're right. We're good.
Yep.
All right. I think that's all for the current events. But Josh, you said you had a quiet week on the gaming front. So, is there anything to report? You haven't played any Picto Niku or whatever the hell that mobile game was called.
I did download it
Oh, you
and I
did?
played the demo, and it's just 3 mini games and that's it. And
Okay.
then I just thought, oh, that's all you're giving me here, and I haven't played it since. Like, I was curious to play a bit more, but the paywall came up, and no, no, I can't do that. I know. I just treat mobile so differently. If it was on my Switch too, I probably would have thought about it, but just on my mobile, like, no, I'm good, thanks. So I left it at that.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way. Like I look at I think what will eventually be like a $20 game essentially. Like I think it's like was it a $12 pack and a $9 pack or something like that as far as
Yeah,
the mini
something like
games
that.
come in. So I don't
Yeah,
want to spend $20 on an app or a game on my phone. Yeah. I went through a
no,
bit of a phase there where I was playing a bit of Apple Arcade and I bought like Final Fantasy 1 on the App Store. But yeah, like ultimately I didn't I don't really play on my phone. I don't enjoy it. Like there are really great ways of like adding controller support and stuff like that. And it seems like this game, it's like it's made for touch, it's made for vertical play, so it seems like it's a good idea. I haven't even tried the demo. I should try it. And but yeah, I just don't want to spend that money on my phone. Like I'm quite happy to add it to my Switch or Steam library or something. And obviously this game won't work on one of those devices. It's a bit strange for that, but
yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of like, yeah, I've got plenty of stuff to play on my game devices. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, and what did you think of the 3 mini games you played? What do you get access to?
It was pretty funny because it just shows some random photos. So that was the funniest bits, and like because it
Oh,
shows like next to like a portrait of those sad farmers that famous portrait
I
of
know a lot
the
of
guy with the
sad farms.
pitchfork. Yeah, the guy with the sad, he's got the pitchfork, and then his wife's next to him, and it just picked up as those being faces. So I just laughed. It's a famous piece of art, but like out of the thousands of photos on my phone, it selected that one. And so I'm just laughing at that. And then one of them was of my friend. So I could see the merit there. I'm like, okay, that's funny that it's just selected those faces. Um, and then so it was just like licking a lollipop or something, and then like I had to rub something off. I,
Oh,
I can't remember now. I had to eat something. It was yeah. So it was like 2 minutes of demo, and then it was done. I'm like, oh, you need to pay more, and like no, okay. So no, I had not picked it up since.
just like the average person out there who just downloads this on a whim and plays it. There's no way that's going to sell them on a $10 purchase, is there? On like the mobile platform where no one likes spending money, like surely not.
Yeah, I can't see it doing well.
Yeah, yeah, because like to me it looked like fun, but yeah, as soon as you put like yeah $10 up there or whatever, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm just not going to do it.
yeah,
Yep.
that's all right. Yeah, I got plenty of other stuff to play. But oh man, it is
Correct.
it's what it is. Sorry Nintendo. It's what it is.
Yep, that's it.
But yeah, no more Indiana Jones. Haven't been looking for any treasure.
I haven't had time this week. We were watching a few things, and then I did at least do the Tetris 99 event, which had the theme
Oh,
of Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. So I got to fit in a bit of Tetris 99, but that was about it.
very good. Did you get your theme?
Yeah, yeah, always do. I missed like 2 of them out of like 40 odd occasions, so I've been pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, well, hopefully you get those two and those catch up events like towards the end of the year. You
Yeah,
better
I need
better get
another
them.
catch up soon. to get those. Yeah, for
Do you
sure.
know which ones you missed?
Oh, they're in the late 20s, early 30s, one of them. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I might have missed my chance, or maybe they'll do a thing where everything's available again. We'll see.
Yeah, well, best of luck. I've probably missed God knows
Thank
how
you.
many, so who knows?
Yeah, once you miss too many, it doesn't matter after that.
Yeah. I kind of just like the ones, like I got like a Pokemon Sword and Shield one with like all the Pokemon sounds, like all the bips and bops. I'm like, this is amazing. I just want this one.
I'm happy with this. Yeah. Yeah, why change it?
Yeah, it's like,
Perfection, right
yeah,
here.
I live here. This is life now. This is home. Um, but yeah, that's probably not a bad segue. You got Yoshi the Mysterious Book on Kirby not Kirby 99. What was I thinking of Kirby? I don't know. Tetris 99. I got Kirby on the mind for some reason, mate.
Hey.
He was over on the couch. I got this big Kirby plush that's been ravaged by the kids. It was like a nice little display piece in my gaming room when I had no kids, and now it's got like text mark and all sorts of shit on it. So he's he's learnt the hard way what it's like to have kids in the house. But yes, been playing Kirby and the Mysterious Book with the kids actually, and I got it last week. And I didn't get around to it last show, but this week started up with the kids. I thought it'd be a fun thing to play with them because it is very much a game aimed towards that type of demographic. Maybe not the 1-year-old I have, but certainly the 4-year-old and upwards. I dare say this is the game that it's targeted towards. And for me, I've said this a lot leading up to the game, but I was very much on the side of things like, man, I fell for the last 3 Goodfield games, and I'm going to be just very much paying attention to this one. Like, all right, I'm not going to get my hopes up. The game looks very pretty. I love Yoshi. There's a lot of things going into it, but yeah, man, I'm not going to be tricked for the 4th time in a row. So we went into it, and I got to say, I'm enjoying it, especially with how I'm playing it.
Oh.
And
How are you playing it?
so it's basically just how I'm treating it is just like, like do a level at a time each night with the kids before they go to bed. And I like how this game's structured. It is very much just like, Mr. E, or, the book of the game. How like you've got to go into its pages and basically discover the creatures within the book. And when you go in to each level, you can explore the levels and sort of interact with the different creatures within the levels. So how you're able to like interact with the different creatures, you're able to like, work out what their main mechanic is. So like, for example, there's like this dandelion character with its seeds that spread. So, you can suck it up and then like Yoshi's tongue gets covered in spores and he spits it out. And then you can put it on your back and you can use those spores to break down rocks. You can roll this ball over these spores, and when you put that into water and it sucks up the water, then that allows you to like explore more of the level. So a lot of it is just like working out what the different mechanics of like the different creatures are. Like another one, which Lucas named Callum after one of his friends. So every time that he pops up, he's like, "Oh, that's a Callum." It's like there's basically like this frog character with like a lily pad on its head, and you can jump on its head, and it works as like works as a big spring where you can jump into the air. So in that level, you're using him to basically explore like different heights of the level and moving him around and just working out what you can do with him. So it's quite fun, just like, working with the kids, being like, oh, what do you reckon this one will do? What do you reckon this will do? Like put it on your back. And
Yeah.
there was another level where there's this creature with like a fishing line, and he's like just fishing. You can put him on your back, and then you can control the fishing line. So it becomes like a completely different game just within that level. How like you're fishing, you're just fishing, trying to catch like different fish underwater, and just doing stuff like that. And once you finish the level, you get to name those creatures. And every time I'm like, all right, Lucas, what do you reckon this one's called? And he started off like naming him some of his friends. Then some of them are just random ones. Like there's this snail creature. Well, it's not a snail creature. It's like this. I don't know what. It's like an underwater creature, and it uses a shell as like a trumpet as an instrument. And he just wanted to call that one Shell Man. I'm like, fair enough. Shellman
Why
it
not?
is. Why not?
Done.
There was this bird character. I think this one was in one of the initial trailers where it's just like this bird that like you can throw and like it gets stuck into objects. And he wanted to call that one Daddy. I don't know why he wanted to call that one Daddy. I don't know if he reminded him of me or whether he looked like a dad of his own. I don't know,
I
but
mean, take it, man. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, all right, it's Daddy. So yeah, there's some funny names in there, just like depending on what each creature reminds him of. But like all the dialogue, it's all text, so I'm just reading it aloud. So it kind of like, I'm not saying like it's replacing like the nighttime book or anything like that, but it is quite nice. Just like chuck it on the TV. All right, let's do a creature before bed, and like yeah, we just muck around in it for 10 minutes and name the creature and go to bed. And so yeah, I haven't played any by myself. Just like sat down doing it myself. I can see some enjoyment in that. Just like, you know, you want to chill out. There's no lose condition in this game. It's not like a traditional Yoshi platformer.
No.
It's not Yoshi's Island. It's not new Yoshi's Island or anything like that. But
No.
it is just like a relaxing, just exploring each level. And from what I can tell, you'll never discover everything in your first initial go. Like you'd have to be pretty thorough to actually like discover everything. Like in the first level, there's like this flower character, which he named Lucas. He named it after himself. Like the first creature that he came across, he's like, oh yeah, Lucas. All right, this little guy reminds you of yourself. Like, sure, go for it. But
Why not?
but like you're a flower, so you can like basically bloom these other flowers along the level. You've got to do them all to basically undiscover one of the discoveries within that level. And I did a lot of stuff like that, do a lot of mechanics. But then there's like one where like you do a ground pound on it, and then you can basically plant them into the ground.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't do that. I didn't ground pound him. Like I made him into eggs. I threw an egg at him. Like you did all these things to the enemy. You put him on your back. You discovered this. You did that. But I didn't ground pound him. So yeah, there's always like something you might miss, whether it's like an area in the level or something like that. But there was only one level that frustrated me because I couldn't like find the end, because there's basically like this big discovery that you make, and then that allows you to like end the exploration, go back to the book and continue on. And I couldn't find what it was. I was in like the volcano level with the creature that looks like a Kirby. It looks like a real derpy Kirby. It's on the box art if anybody wants to go and have a look at it. But I was like, all right, I've done so much in this level, and Lucas, it's like 10 minutes past your bedtime, and I can't figure out how to finish this level. And this little fella doesn't want to go to bed until this goddamn creature's named.
No. You got to find it.
So I had to find the little bastard. I couldn't get to the end, and like I was going everywhere, and the end condition was like spawn like a mega big version of this creature within the volcano. And I ended up like going to YouTube and like watching someone else play it. I'm like, oh, so okay,
Tell me what to do.
but even watching them, I did what they did. Like I came back and the mega creature was there. I'm like, I don't know what I did. Like it didn't like, yeah. So that one confused me a bit. That was probably on my side of things. Like I'm not saying like this it's broken or something silly like that, but
No.
that was a time where like, all right, I'm under pressure here. This is meant to be like a 10-minute little jaunt before
He
bed.
needs to go to bed now. We're still up.
Yeah, and Dad can't figure out how to end like, I don't know, the 4th level of this Yoshi game. And I can't just exit out of it because it will just like erase the progress and not let me name the creature.
No, that's right.
So yeah, but no other levels have given me that amount of grief, luckily. So yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I did receive a code from Nintendo Australia. So yeah, I did get the game for free for review and preview purposes, but I'm just trying to think who I'd recommend this game for, because I think the cheapest I've seen it for is pretty much like on physical for $89. And yeah, it's hard because like I think you would have to be somebody who's like a big Yoshi fan, and also like have like maybe be a parent and like have this side of things as well. Because like while if I bought this game, I'd probably enjoy it, but you know, $90 is $90. That's still a lot of money. So it is hard to recommend just in like this onslaught of amazing games coming out, and let alone like your Switch 2 backlog. You probably already have a few Switch 2 games, if not Switch games you have access to. It's just it is a little bit hard to be like, yes, go out and spend $90. But of course that is up to everybody's interpretation. So yeah, I guess it's different for everybody. But yeah, I think this is it's a fun game so far. It's very different to the other games, and I think it's better than especially Crafted World, where like they are
Yeah.
trying to stick to like the traditional platforming ways, but also be this chill sort of kids game at the same time. This game sort of just like removes that like you've got to get to the end, check mark out of it, but just giving you like this place to explore, move around, and yeah, get that sort of more, I guess, kid-friendly orientated gameplay out of it. But if you are looking for like a more traditional Yoshi platformer, honestly, just yeah, boot up Switch Online, go to the Super Nintendo app, and play Yoshi's Island again, because like that game is still beautiful, like just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
That's it's fair. I mean, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? This good, like the book aesthetic. Does like do you like this aesthetic just as much as what Crafted World did with the craft mechanics, and then the Woolly World with wool everywhere? Like, how's the aesthetic compared to those?
yeah, I think the aesthetic is it's probably not as striking. Like like Woolly
Yep.
World, of like the first one in was it 2014 when the game came out. That was like really striking because it
Mm,
was the first Yoshi game in a long time, especially like a brand new sort of art style being more like
yeah.
directly tied to like real life objects. So that was like a big step. And I feel like Crafted Well was like, oh, look, they're doing the same again, but a little bit different. Instead of like all wool and yarn, it's based off of just crafts and paper and all of that type of stuff. Whereas this one is like, oh, it's a storybook. And like, you know, we've seen a lot of like storybook inspired Nintendo games, even like Yoshi's Story and stuff. You know, we've seen like this type of thing explored in this series before. So it's not quite as striking, especially like outside of the book. Like inside the book, it is very story book focused, but outside of the book, it is just like the more generic, you know, 3D Mario sort of look to it. Still looks nice, it's colorful
Yeah.
and everything, but yeah, it's not unique outside of that. But you know, you're only the only game players within the book, so that's what you're playing. But um, yeah, no, I think it's definitely not worst case scenario for me anyway, where it's just like, man, these other games I've been looking forward to Princess Peach Showtime and everything. I'm like, man, when I finished up with it, I was like, yeah, whatever, very forgettable. But I think this is a nice alternative for people that just want to have a chill out and explore a bit, and especially with kids, I think they'll get a kick out of it as well, which is good. Yeah, and Josh,
Yeah. No.
I
Yeah.
I can definitely say for you, Josh, you probably you'll be okay to skip it.
I've yeah. It's funny because yeah, ever since I started doing Nintendo Maniacs, I would have, as part of that show, would have been all over this and playing it and going through it. But I've enjoyed not having to do that, so it's been nice. And I know what this game is, and I know who it's meant to be for, and all. If people are enjoying it, that's really good for them and happy for them. But yeah, no, it's not for me. And yeah, it's definitely at a pace not to my liking. And having played both Woolly World and Crafted World, and good feel aren't my favorite when it comes to Nintendo games. So they don't give me the best feel, pun intended. So yeah, glad it's yeah, it's important part of what Nintendo does with platformers and getting the lower market, the younger kids engaged. So yeah, all for them.
All for them. And I guess what's not for them is what I played for a little bit in front of them while I was waiting to find a safe save space was Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I looked at the calendar, Josh, and I'm like, oh shit, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes to Switch 2 on Wednesday. So what was this? This was Thursday last week. I'm like, oh, I need to I need to finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I got on it, and I finished it a couple of nights ago, I think. So that was like another 7 hours or something like that, I think, on top of what I played before. And today I played through the Yuffie DLC as well that comes with the game. And man, I cannot wait for Rebirth now. I'm all ready, sort of. I feel like a little bit of a fraud in some ways because, like, in obviously it doesn't matter. This is video games. I enjoyed myself. Leave me alone. But there's a part of me where I'm talking about it on a podcast where I feel like a fraud because the Final Fantasy, God knows who's listening to this, the hardcore Final Fantasy VII fan base, they might be waiting in the shadows, Josh. They might be ready to just jump out and cut my head off. But I haven't played through Final Fantasy VII like the original version. I've tried a few times, but my gosh, I couldn't stick with it. There's always something new coming out, and I couldn't stick with something that came out in 1997, which I had no prior feelings towards. So I've played the first like hour or two of that game so many times, I just never stuck with it. But I love the look of this game, and this has been in my backlog for a long time too, since it came out on PlayStation 5 in 2020. So not 5, was it? PlayStation 4. Was it? Did it come out in 2020? No, it came out before then. Who cares? Doesn't matter. No, it was 20. I don't know. Time's hard, Josh. I can't remember what came out when.
Yeah, you don't know what you're saying at the moment. That's fine.
No. When did the PS5 come out? It was 2020. It came out before then. It's 2018. Yeah, it's been a very long time anyway, Josh. It's been in my backlog for like 7 years. So it feels really nice to get it off the chest and all of that. And like playing through the game, I can certainly see like the I guess the Final Fantasy fans that have played through 7, they can see the differences. A lot of this game, they're talking about like the changes of destiny and stuff like that. So you can sort of see like I can see where a lot of people get like a kick out of what's going on in like the remake, and I'm sort of there just like, oh look, I got no idea what's going on, but I'm very entertained. I love like the cast of characters, like especially like the main 4 with like Barrett, Cloud, Aerith, and Tifa. Like that cast of characters is just so good. So I can't wait just to see more. And just like all the cutscenes and everything, it's just such a gorgeous game, and it still gives me like just that next gen feeling on Switch too. Just being able to, I'm playing in handheld mode, and when I dock it, just how seamless it just all goes together, and how good it looks on the TV still. I'm like, man, this is it's a really cool feeling, because I tell you what, when I was playing Forza Horizon 6, and I docked that to the TV, docking the PC to the TV. Not the seamless experience. I'm in the settings, changing to 1080p and making sure it's all right. So yes, jumping over to this, it's a lot easier. So yeah, I'm just really high on it at the moment, and I played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII today. Just like, all right, I'm gonna slowly do a playthrough of Final Fantasy VII on Switch, just as we go. Especially like the parts of the game that might line up with Remake and Rebirth, like sort of play them as I go along, because I would like to understand more of it. But at the same time, it's kind of like, while I will be like, I go online, I went online last night, I'm like, oh, what's the best order to play in, all of this type of stuff, really overthinking it for the most part. And I don't think it's all that bad a thing just to play these games and be like, all right, I've got the story here. Will I be missing some context? Will I be missing what's going on in the original canon and all of that? No, but
No.
yeah, I mean, what we've got here is just really cool. The only sort of thing that frustrates me about the game, and it's funny because it's something that probably the first game suffers from, like the original game on PlayStation, how like all of the backgrounds are just basically just
3D.
just like the background pictures. Like you don't know what you can interact with for the most part, And on like the port for Switch, you can press the minus button, and then it brings up like what you can interact with. Like if a ladder is something you can interact and go up, or there's a door you can interact and go through. Gives you like a bit of an arrow, being like, hey, look, this is something. And it's a little bit same in Remake, how it's like you can't really you look around, so it's really detailed and beautiful, but then there's like a little arrow to say like this is a little ledge you can hop over, or this is a ladder you can go up. And it's kind of jarring coming from other games where you look at something, you can be like, oh look, I can interact with that. I guess a really trite example is like Breath of the Wild. You know what you can interact with. It's all there needs to be no indication of like a ledge you can climb up, or something you can grab or anything like that. But in this game, it's very much just like, all right, where is the path the developer put? Because everything like that ledge I can't go over because there's an invisible wall and all this type of stuff. So sometimes you're just sort of looking for that way to interact with the world, which I found a little bit frustrating sometimes, especially like the indoor sections where everything's very articulate. Like you've got like all of this architecture in Shinra headquarters, all these pipes and that you've got to climb over. But it's like, where's that arrow? It kind of takes you out a little bit, just in some ways like that. But
okay,
yeah, but yeah, I can't wait for more. I'm kind of happy I left it a little bit because I just finished it, beat the last boss, did the Yuffie DLC. Now I'm like, all right, not tomorrow, but the next day, let's go. Let's start the brand new game. So looking forward to it.
Because when did the first one come out? Because it was just Switch 2. Was it launch or like late last year?
No, it was earlier this year. So very quick
Yeah,
turnaround.
it's been long.
February.
Yeah.
It's in February, yeah. So yeah, very quick turnaround. Because I remember basically starting it, and then like the Nintendo Direct dropped, and the main thing I was hoping for was a Rebirth on Switch 2, and that happened. So yeah, pretty quick turnaround. And there's going to be some talk. I think there's going to be like the third part of the Final Fantasy VII trilogy is going to be maybe announced this year. That's what people are talking about anyway. Whether it's going to be whether it's going to be a Summer Games Fest or like a Game Awards at the end of the year, we'll find out. But yeah, I hope they don't announce it now, because they'll do a trailer which will like ruin the end of this game we're about to start. So I think that'll be a little bit on the nose for like Xbox and Switch players, where it's like, don't announce it just yet. Give us a little bit.
Like we're time. Yeah, that's right. You want to process it a little first, don't you?
Yeah. And I feel like at the PlayStation State of Play, which is on the same day this comes out, I feel like in some ways maybe the marketing team there would be like, let's just like edge them on a bit. But like, all right, we're going to announce the brand new stuff, and you're getting access to the thing that came out a couple of years ago. I wonder if they'll work it that way. Who knows? But
maybe. Yeah, it'd be funny.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, because looking at the trailer for Rebirth that they did for Xbox and Switch, I mean, they kind of just like outline how the ending of the game we just started playing on Xbox and Switch ends in some ways. It's like man. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's yeah, like the gap has been that far between part 1 and part 2, and there's a nice 6-month gap to play, or not even 6 months, to sort of get into if you haven't played it for the first time, get it pretty sequentially. So that's cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, be rubbing my hands together, waiting for Rebirth. I was just looking on Vooks, just for anybody who's looking to pick up the game this week. Seems like the cheapest you can get it physically is from Big W for $74, and it's on sale for like a pre-order bonus on the eShop for $67, basically $68. But you've got to basically preload that. I think it goes back up to $84 on after June 2nd. So you've got to get on that pretty quick if you haven't already when you're listening to this. So yeah, not too bad at all. So yeah, no, it's pretty much what I've been playing, Josh. I just sort of crammed in a bit of Final Fantasy VII towards the end of last week. I'm like, I better get this done, because I would like to be on Rebirth when I can, especially like the open world and stuff. I would like to just have that on Switch 2, just, running around when I can. I love my open world games on Switch 2. Obviously, Zelda was like a big one where it's just like pick it up and put it down, and you can really like those games that take up a lot of time. Like it helps a lot just fitting them in. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I was looking at Digital Foundry sort of analysts of like the Switch 2 version. I'm like, what am I going to be missing out on? Because I'm looking at my PS5 Pro over here, being like, it would look nice on that, but I can only play it for like a couple of hours a night if I'm lucky. Whereas Switch 2, take it with me to work, pick it up on the couch, fit in this massive game in a lot more places.
That's part of it.
So yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it there, and it seems to hold up pretty well. Like it's they compared it to like the PS5 and Xbox Series S version, and like it's missing like the bells and whistles, but yeah, should be alright. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I haven't played the demo though.
Good one to start with for sure.
Yeah, and like it seems like you playing Indiana Jones, and with a lot of these like AAA games coming out. It seems like 2026 is a good year for it. Hopefully it keeps getting better, and we keep getting games, because we need more games, Josh. Not enough games to play, just not enough.
Mm-hmm. No, correct.
It's not enough. Oh, man. Anyway, speaking of too many games, Josh, let's get out of here. You can go to bed, and I might play some more Final Fantasy VII while I have a Milo before bed.
Beautiful. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Good.
Yeah. Nice. So everybody, thank you very much for listening to episode 365 of the House of Mario. Really, actually, Josh, I did ask for questions in the Discord. Let me just do that quickly. I don't want to shun anybody. Do we get many? Oh, of course
I had 1 foot in my bed, Drew.
Oh, look, yeah, I got 1 foot in the bed.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're so close, Josh. We're so close. I'm sorry, Josh.
On?
Are you okay to do some questions? We don't have
questions. How many? What are we talking about here?
All right, we've got Dolphin Pants. He said, if you aren't talking about anywhere else, Summer Games Fest week predictions, plus a shout out for Frosty Games Fest, 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Times, June 7th. That will be the full Oz and NZ indies. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Got a bit of a showcase for some local indies. That's pretty cool. But
nice.
I guess we talked a little bit about PlayStation State of Play, but yes, in the same week we're getting the Summer Games Week, from Jeff Keighley. I really haven't really been paying much attention to like Summer Games Fest, especially last year. I sort of like, since the death of E3, I've become like less interested in Summer Games Fest. I sort of just read the headlines and stuff. I don't really follow anything live too much anymore. But I was thinking about this earlier, like what would I like from a Summer Games Fest? And honestly, I sort of just sit back and I just see what interests me. I really don't have any predictions, especially like without a Nintendo Direct being announced, and we've already got so many games like Star Fox and that coming out this month and onwards. I really don't have any predictions or wants necessarily. I think the bigger thing is just like more games coming to Switch 2. That's honestly what I say. Like I want to see like a Witcher 3 get announced for Switch 2. Just like, a bit of the backlog maybe from Capcom to come over as well. But really not too much as far as all that goes. But do you have any desires as far as like Summer Games Fest and some announcements that might happen over the next couple of weeks? Not really.
Not Summer's Game Fest. Never has interested me too much, to be honest. It's always the other stuff, more so the PlayStation, obviously Nintendo, and yeah, maybe a bit of what Xbox does, but yeah, not really.
Not really. No, cool. I don't say if this is a question or I am just reading them as they go. It might just be a comment. Compire says, I've also recently started actually using the wish list on the eShop. Saves me from scrolling the sales page, trying to stop myself from downloading the latest hentai puzzle game. What's on your guys' wish list? I absolutely love the wish list feature on Switch 2 as well, because it's like right on the main menu now of the eShop. So it's something I use, and it definitely stops me from buying all those hentai games as well, Compire, which is good. I've got a lot of stuff on my wish list. I try not to have too much on the wish list, Because while you say it stops you from buying games, sometimes if I put too many stuff on the wish list and it comes up being like, oh, this is 70% off, this is 60% off, it makes me more inclined to be like, oh, I've got to get it now. So I've got to be pretty intentional, just like not to overload myself with like stuff that I really don't necessarily need, but I might have wanted at the time and put it on the wish list. At the moment, though, I've got like a bunch of the Tales of series on there. I've got Wax Heads, People of Note, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Splatoon Raiders. I've got like just some stuff I need to keep up with just to know when it's coming out, like a lot of the Nintendo releases. Animal World Mouse PI for Hire got on there. Stuff I am actually looking for a sale on is like Final Fantasy X. Like to get a deal on that one. But sort of more recently, I added the game to my wish list, and I will probably pick this up soon. I heard this recommended on the Nintendo Shack podcast from Donnie Reese, but this game called Bloodshed, and he basically described it as Vampire Survivors crossed with a boomer shooter. Whereas like it's a boomer shooter, you're going around first person, but you're getting like the upgrades and leveling up as you go. I'm like, that sounds pretty wicked. And looks like it's on sale now for 30% off at $13. So, so that's on the wish list. That's probably going to be the next purchase I pick up. Just have something quick and easy to play like that, and not too many first-person shooters on Switch 2 either. So, yeah, that'll probably be the next one. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff on the wish list, and my Steam wish list as well. It's pretty full on there too. But Josh, what's your relationship with your wish lists, and do you have any stuff you're waiting for a nice deal on?
Yeah, well, Switch 2 Shots are so much better because you get the wish list and then you got the option to toggle on sale. And so you can just toggle the ones that are on sale and have a look through. I've got like the Indiana Jones Great Circle DLC, Vampire Crawlers, Star Fox is there. The stuff from the third parties has been really good on Switch 2. So Resident Evil Requiem, Pragmata. Mio, Memories in Orbit, that's a cool Metroidvania that came out earlier this year. And then like Bulb X Pits. I've heard about this visual novel kind of game that's really good. Apparently, Detective Instinct Farewell, My Beloved, it's called. And then that's about it, really. There's some other stuff that I'm thinking about it now. Would I really get it if it's on sale? I should maybe reassess my wish list and clean it up a little.
Yeah, you definitely need to do that because, I've definitely found myself being like, oh, man. I mean, once like a major sale happens within the year, like the summer sale or something like that, where it's like, oh, everything's on a good sale. It's like, well, I don't know. It's hard to pick and choose where like something's $10, something's $15. It all adds up, so it's hard. I'm looking at like the very bottom of my wish list though. I've got Horror Warriors Definitive Edition and Famicom Detective Club. These games have never gone on sale. I like the sort of Switch games that I'm interested in, but I'm not buying these games at $90 and $80. Not happening. But they've never been on sale. Even Cruise and Blast, I've had that on my wish list as well. I don't think that's ever gone on sale. I think I've had it there since the game came out. So I'm not spending $60 on Cruise and Blast.
That's on my wish list too. I want it, and it's just never been on sale for some reason.
I pick it up. I pick it up for 30, like max $30, or like half that price
so
at least.
Half price for you. That's pretty high. That's pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, like a $55 or a $50 price is still not going to move the needle on me. I'm like, all right. So I've looked at this multiple times. Like, do I even bother? I don't think they care about selling this game. I don't know why Cruise and Blast is one where they're like, nah, we're not moving. We're not budging. You buy it full price or you fuck off. It's like, all right, do what you got to do. Because it's like, it's...
even a 20 might be enough for us.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably isn't. Because it's published by Raw Thrills. So it's like, man, you guys are hard to barter with, I guess. But it is what it is.
Yeah, a bit like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, now we can end the show, Josh. Thanks to Dolphin Pants and Compire for leaving a question. We did have up here from Spicy, just like favorite farming game, and this came through like just when I guess posted in the Discord I just missed it because Dolphin Pants was highlighted here. But favorite farming game. I really loved Viva Pinata on DS, especially. Not really a farming game, but you're breeding your little creatures. I guess Animal Crossing. Yeah, I don't really play too many farming games. I'm a farmer. I don't want to play a farming game. Very different experience. But yeah, no, I haven't really been too interested in doing farming games outside of I guess more of the lifestyle games. But yeah, have you ever been into a farming game at all, Josh?
Not really. No, no. Outside of like the sim games of like an Animal Crossing or um, doing a sort of side bit for another game. So no, not really actually.
No, sorry about that. We got no farming game tastes because I always wanted to get into like Stardew Valley or something, but yeah, even that I'm sort of like just like breaking down rocks in the first area. I'm like, yeah, cool. That kind of did me.
Leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So everybody, thank you very much. Thank you very much to Spicy Passless, Compi, Dolphin Pants for leaving questions this week. Really appreciate you guys. But Josh, I can let you go to bed now. You can put your other foot into bed because we have finished episode
Thank you.
365 of the House of Mario once again. We're on the rigmarole again. Thank you very much to everybody for listening. Really appreciate you. Play some games. If you're playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on Switch 2 or Xbox or even going back to your version on PC or PlayStation 5, hope you enjoy yourself. Have a great goddamn time. Keep warm in Australia and keep cool in the Northern Hemisphere. And we'll talk to you next week. We'll catch you later.